sometimes you just have to go, okay, well, faux outrage averted, and that's a good thing as well. When Microsoft comes to the table with anything these days, it really seems like people go out of their way to make it seem like it was like the biggest, worst mistake ever, and obviously that's rarely ever actually the case. So when you see stuff like this, it kind of makes you think, and it makes you kind of realize, what's going on at Xbox, and what's going on with some of these other sites and the media and things like that, to where we have these situations where the games and things are not the forefront, but it's always some other kind of nonsense that is talked about. So yeah, when you see these kind of things, you just know that it's either a slow news day, or people are just looking for reasons to pick on Xbox and hate on Xbox. Key example, the splash screen for Modern Warfare 3 that shows up on people's Xboxes, that's like a one-time thing. You just click, buy it or not. That was causing a lot of outrage, despite the fact that they did that with like Starfield and, other things like that. To me, it's not a big deal at all. It's their property. They're trying to make sure that people know that it's coming. When I go on Netflix, they always try to show me their latest Netflix, first party deal or whatever, the latest one, and I click off of it or whatever. It is what it is, right? It's like, that's just what it is. You subscribe to something, or you're part of something. They're trying to advertise, what's going on. So, again, honestly, it's just one of the things that I've been seeing people kind of talk about, and they kind of reversed it or whatever. But it is nice to see that people are kind of coming to their senses a little bit and realizing how utterly ridiculous it is. At a time, literally, when Sony PlayStation seems to be absolutely falling apart, layoffs at multiple studios, canceled games, Jim Ryan gone, Connie gone, nobody's talking about like all that stuff or what it means for PlayStation, but we're talking about a splash screen, and we were talking about Microsoft employees not keeping free Game Pass. Like, who gives a shit, right? But anyway, Phil Spencer stepped in and even fixed that in record time. Microsoft was planning to remove free Game Pass Ultimate benefit from most of its 238,000 employees in January, but the company is now reversing that decision following employee complaints that was talked about the other day. The Microsoft employees had expressed objections about the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefit being removed in 2024, with Xbox chief Phil Spencer personally looking into the situation. Spencer now confirmed that the decision will be reversed and that Microsoft employees will keep the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate benefit. Spencer's full message to employees on the company's internal Viva platform, and I quote, "After looking into this more with the team, I just want to confirm that no change will be made to Game Pass availability in 2024. If you have access to the Game Pass offer today, you will continue to have access. I appreciate the time to get up to speed, and sorry for the questions and confusion this created. Thanks for supporting Xbox." So the reversal means that Microsoft employees continue to have free access to Game Pass Ultimate, which they've had since the subscription service option launched in 2019. Microsoft employees have long enjoyed access to Xbox subscriptions free of charge, with Xbox Live Gold previously available as a benefit to employees for years. It's not immediately clear why Microsoft had initially decided to remove the benefit, but it appears to be more of a benefits HR decision, since Spencer wasn't aware that it was planned and quickly moved to reverse the change, which again I think is a smart move, a good thing for them to do. And again, I never looked at it as a terrible thing that they were kind of ending it. It's like, again, I don't know the ins and outs of all these companies, but I'm fairly certain that any Sony employee doesn't get free PlayStation Plus. Again, maybe that's something that I'm wrong on. I'm not sure, but again, we don't really know. So when we kind of look at this and we kind of look where we're going and where we come from, it's just one of those things that I'm looking at and I'm saying, like for me anyway, it doesn't make sense to hate on it if they did end it. It kind of is what it is. Like Phil wasn't aware of it. Like some of these kind of decisions get made and, they go in there and fix it. To me, it's just one of those things that, faux outrage again. I don't get the whole faux outrage thing. Like I said, like how does that have anything to do with Microsoft's ability to deliver games and quality stuff to us? I don't think it does. You look on the other side, you have Sony basically kind of falling apart at the seams right now, and nobody's really saying much of anything about that. So it just really kind of does go to show you that that there is a little bit of stuff going on behind the scenes there, that a lot of people kind of are unaware of. And so, Phil fixed it. I know some people, whatever reason, aren't Phil fans or whatever, but he does literally sit there and go out there and kind of make sure that people have plenty of stuff to play, and he makes sure that people are treated as fairly as possible. And I think that is exactly what he's doing here. So, I'm glad that he decided to come out and, make this announcement and let people know, hey, we're gonna be doing this, and we're gonna make sure that, that this decision, whoever made it, is something that ends up not being taken into effect or whatever. I can't imagine that it's a huge deal to Microsoft one way or the other, but literally, this was something that was running, like everybody was running with it. I never seen things like this before in my life. So yeah, it is a little bit crazy when you see stuff like that kind of come around, and to me it just solidifies what happens, and that Xbox is treated differently, basically because it's Xbox. Right, like I have no doubts in my mind about that whatsoever. So when you see things like that, when they do happen, yeah, like that's how they treat Xbox. Sony could have done that, and it wouldn't have been a big deal. When I see this, I think it's just one of those things where Microsoft is just treated unfairly, and I know people probably get tired of hearing that or whatever, but honestly, it's just the way I feel about this, and it's pretty clear that that's kind of what's going on here. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on it, though. It's like, hey, Microsoft owns Call of Duty now. Let's complain about the splash screen that's up, right? Because it's Call of Duty, I guess. I don't know. Hey, let's give the new Call of Duty campaign a 4 out of 10 because we're IGN, right? Like, because Microsoft owns it now. Hey, let's give it the same score that we gave Redfall or worse score. Again, these things never really make sense. But again, we'll see what happens in the long term. It should be interesting to see. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely appreciate it. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Hope you all have a great day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer out.